Wizards love to cast large, flashy, explosive spells, but what happens when those spells come alive? Let's talk about it. So today we are going to be talking about the living spell creature for Dungeons & Dragons, and if we are going to talk about the living spells, we need to talk about a very specific event that happened in Eberron, and that is the Day of Mourning. For those who don't know, a quick TLDR on what that is, there was a war in Eberron, a civil war between a bunch of kingdoms. They were fighting, and then one day, on the Day of Mourning, the entire nation of Seer was pretty much obliterated, and I'm going to use the word obliterated loosely there, by this strange arcane blast. So we're not sure what caused it, and it's actually really one of my favorite things about Eberron is it's actually up to the dungeon master to decide why the Day of Mourning happened. But anyway, the Day of Mourning happened, destroyed the nation of Seer, and from that we got the Mournlands, this strange arcane wastelands with storms that rain blood and living spells and constructs and just ghostly images. It's really cool. I love the Mournland. I'll have to make a video on it eventually. But from that we get living spells that have manifested and came to life. So what does that mean if you're playing in games other than Eberron, or if you're playing in Eberron? Well, as a dungeon master, you can use living spells to kind of create these ghostly images. And when I say living spells, you can really make pretty much any spell a living spell from level 1 to 5. At least that's the stat blocks we have in the book, and I should say the book that has the living spells in it for 5th edition is Eberron Rising from the Last War, that book that came out. So the 3 stat blocks we do have cemented for the living spells are going to be Burning Hands, Cloud Kill, and Lightning Bolt. These are the 3 examples they give. Obviously they're all able to cast the spell that they are, but they also have some other stuff going for them. Like, first of all, they're large, they're pretty much immune to most conditions, they have a pretty decent AC, they also have like magical strikes they can do. And like I said, you can really customize what these living spells do. It actually shows you in the book how to make different spells into living spells. I think you can make some really interesting things. I would personally love to see like a Cone of Cold style living spell. It would be pretty sweet. There's so much potential with the living spells. I really like them. I've used them once or twice. They're pretty cool, and it is one of the cooler things that come out of the Mournland, which again I will have to do a video on. And that is it. Have you ever used a living spell in your game? Are you planning on using living spells? What do you think of this creature? And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Be excellent, Tujeller.